can parents look out for maybe language that they use, their young sons might be using, or behavior that they might have?
Yes, they can. So there are lots of bits of language that might be red flags referring to people as normies or as triggered. Normies is the word incels use for people outside their community. Triggered, based, cucked, describing being red-pilled or black.
Okay, really quick, Andrew, run by me what an incel is again.
It's involuntarily not celibate. So basically, you want to have sex, but you can't. That's an incel.
Interesting.
Yeah, involuntarily celibate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just have no game. There we go.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I don't.
Words they use to describe.
Oh, what'd you say?
Well, so I think people get it confused though, because there's a lot of people who are voluntarily celibate, like they're not trying to get tied down with women or marriage or any of that. You know what I mean? And those people are called incels, but that's not correct. They're not actually incels. Incels are people who are like, you know, they're on the left and they have limp wrists and they're, you know, kind of goobers and they can't get any chicks. Those are incels.
There we go. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's a good description too, because I mean, if you're trying to be a good man or walk the line of Christ, I don't think you should be out there not being celibate.
By being infiltrated into the ideology. Yeah. And it's worth saying as well that they see this as a kind of conduit to other forms of extremism. It isn't completely separate from far white nationalists, white supremacist movements. They actually really see it as a slipway. So parents might see a combination of perhaps also racism creeping in as well.
I'm about to.
Okay, that was crazy. Did you see how she made that whole shift into, you know, I don't know what she's talking about actually. So incels are also, being an incel is also a slipway to being a white supremacist?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, Cheesy says that traditionally it meant you couldn't get laid, but nowadays men who don't want to put up with women are flocking to the label incel and reclaiming it. Why would you want to reclaim that label, man? What?
Yeah, no, bro.
Why would you want to reclaim that label? You don't want to reclaim that label. That's the wrong label to reclaim. Call it something else. Call it voluntarily celibate, something like that. Don't reclaim incel. Don't call your don't do that, man.
What in the world?
That's all bad. Don't do that.